I enjoyed being outside for so long, and we're standing here among this grove of poplar trees and walnut trees. And my very first year here, we had a bountiful crop of walnuts, and of course they land on the ground, and we have a few walnut fights, I guess, that goes with it. And one of the first vigilante committees of parents that came to me was they wanted to cut down the walnut trees. And I said, well, I'll take care of the nuts, but we will keep the trees. I didn't clarify what I meant by nuts, and it wasn't with reference to the walnuts, but it paid off that these beautiful trees have been preserved. And when you look at over here along the fence row, those are Japanese thuja trees. And they were part of the beautification of the landscape so that we could tear down all that poison ivy and thistle and all other kinds of trash in along the fence row. And we put those thuja trees, and they were to create a visual barrier between the playground and all the commerce that's going on out there. The monstrosity that you see there, that new building, of course the school property went beyond that by, you can see the traffic probably moving along the parkway. But I know that one of the concerns I had was the preservation and the livelihood of the big tulip poplar tree. And I know at one time we measured the circumference of the tree is 22 feet. And I'm sure it's not lost that footage, but I'm concerned about the health of the tree, that it may be in its dying days with all of that reconstruction or construction and disturbance of the soil and the roots as it is. But around this campus over there, you can see the sugar maple trees, and some of them were destroyed due to the sale of the property and the transfer of property from the Pi Phi's to Sevier County. But when you look at this part of the building, which was, what do you call it, an octagon? It was certainly a new concept at that time, and it had semi-open classrooms. And the purpose was it was part of an architectural renovation. And one of the first things I did when we got renovation monies was to ensure that I wanted to make sure that those open spaces were closed up. And you can see the places there where you could have gatherings on those outdoor steps and inside the library as well. So different improvements have been made through the years, and straight ahead there you can see the building that was built in 2004, or we occupied in 2004. So that was a much needed addition to the whole campus, was to ensure that that our students had appropriate spaces for learning and then for teaching too. I'm reliving a lot of fondness that I had in so many ways for life here at Pi Phi. My life here was 25 years from 1989 to 2014, and my wife says this was my other life, my real life, because I spent so much time here. But I enjoyed every bit of it, and I enjoyed the associations that I had. I want to make sure that everybody understands that the school is a collection of people and institutional practices that hopefully provide the very best education and opportunities for young people. I am so grateful this many years away that I have so many of my former students who still contact me, and usually their words are of gratitude, but just to know that they are doing well in their lives, that they are in various professions, that they are parents now, that they are contributing members of our society. And ultimately, I think that's what we want to strive for, is to help these young people become good citizens. And certainly, a lot of good times have been spent outdoors, and especially in the Parks Classroom program. And I hope that it continues to meet a lot of the educational needs and interests of students and staff. One final thought, maybe it's not a final thought, but certainly a thought I want you to know. It's hard to summarize in 15 or 20 minutes what has taken 100 years to develop. But I keep coming back to the enduring thought of the Pi Phis, that they came leaving very settled and known lives and probably careers to strike out on their own, and then ride from Sevierville or Knoxville in horse and buggy and whatever, to come to really an undiscovered place, but certainly a place filled with people who were hardworking and who wanted betterment for themselves and their children. But to strike out like that, and being dedicated to helping other people, to me that is the hallmark of teaching, is to invest yourself in your lives. And many of these teachers were here throughout the rest of their lives. And I hope that there is that sense of feeling and accommodation that you have as teachers, to realize that we do make a difference. You can make a huge difference in the lives of young people. So